Hoi Vikings, Martin Jensen here. Today we are talking about Vikings and we are carving out a Viking warrior out of this piece right here. The Viking age lasted for about 270 years, starting with the attack on Lindisfarne in Britain in 793 and ends in 1066 with the death of King Harald Hardråde of Norway. During this period, the Vikings traded, raided and waged war as far as the Mediterranean Sea and the Caspian Ocean. By the late 9th century, Vikings had overrun most of England. The Vikings were also called Norsemen. They were fierce warriors that believed in Norse mythology with the gods we know as Odin the Wise, Thor the Brave, and Loki the Trickster. But before we dig any deeper, it's time to chop some wood. Now, before we start drawing on a piece like this, we need to clean it up and symmetricize it. Drawing is so useful for unskilled guys like me because it will keep the mistakes at a minimum because of the guidelines. I used a rule of 1/3 when drawing the head. It's like from top to brow it's 1/3, and then from brow to under the nose it's 1/3, and then it's supposed to be 1/3 down here too, but we have a massive beard going on, so we don't care about that. Now it's all about the cuts and giving it some depth. The success behind the Viking warriors' combat prowess was probably a combination of close camaraderie with the men fighting beside you, great strength and endurance from working as a farmer or hunter, and rowing the dragon ships. From the cold climate of the north came men that was used to put in the work needed to survive in those conditions back then. And this head right here is what I mark as a symbol of an elite Viking warrior. Now we just need to forge him in fire. So what happened here, guys? What went wrong? I was in a hurry and I'm quite tired, so I made some mistakes. Come a bit closer and I'll show them. So the things that went wrong was I started with an old, bit moldy piece of birch, and then followed up by the proportions got a bit wrong. And did you see how I attacked it with my chainsaw? I was a bit crazy, but yeah, it happened. And I oiled it to so many mistakes. Well, over to this one. This was a fresh piece of birch. I sanded it down here, and you instantly, if you check back on the film, you'll see how much difference there is in the color. And brushed it up here, and I didn't apply oil to this one. Looks much better, more crisp and natural. This looks better over my toilet or in it, and maybe, just maybe, I made this to show you how wrong it really can go. Well, never dwell too much on your mistakes, just learn from them and move on. And that's how the Vikings reached North America before Christopher Columbus. And on that bombshell, I'll see you next Thursday.